Hey guys, it's B Scout here. So today I will be reviewing Bingemans Screen Park. So this is my second year doing it, and honestly, this year was not as good as last year. So this year there were some new haunted attractions that there were from last year. So the one thing that I didn't like, and also if you go onto the ride along video that just dropped, you can see B-Man's review and also Sean's review. I also do a bit of my review, but in this video, I do my full review. So, back to the Bingemans Haunted House. So for the first part of the attraction, you go into these tractor trailers, and it's very tight, it's very dark. Sometimes you have to duck down. There's not a lot of signage. What they could have done better is put up signs or even have a scare actor standing there and telling you where to go. There were points where we were stuck behind people because they didn't know where to go. So like I said, the first thing they got to do is for the first haunted attraction, I'm not going to spoil much because I don't like doing that. They need to add more signage and or put a scare actor there to tell you where to go. Second thing, letting people into the actual attractions. They let people in 2 minutes at a time. That caused a lot of issues with backlog. We very, very quickly got stuck behind people. Yeah, so we barely even got scared. I liked last year where when you went into haunted attractions, they made you wait five or so minutes, so then you wouldn't get stuck behind people. So I do think they need to stop with the 2 second waiting, and they need to expand that to either 4 minutes or 5 minutes. Now, for the actual attractions themselves, the designs were amazing. The amount of scare actors was at certain parts there were barely any. So the one good thing about this attraction is there are actually some outdoor parts, which very few scare attractions have. It was a great walk, but during the outside part, there were barely any scare actors. It felt like they were missing a lot of them, and in fact, at one point, I think it was for 5 or 10 minutes, you were just walking through a bunch of buildings, short buildings, and there was nobody there to scare you, and it was almost like I'm waiting to get scared. Now, in the last part of the attraction, that is the best part. The animatronics were amazing. But again, I don't think it was as good as last year. Last year's was mostly all outside, but it was just a better vibe last year. It was still good this year, but I found that last year was a lot better. Another thing they do have is during the halfway point, they do now have a restaurant. Well, it's not really a restaurant. You can buy food, you can buy a drink, and then you can go into the last haunted house, which I think personally is actually one of the best ones. The wait to get into the actual attraction itself was about, I'd say, 20 minutes. They are timed tickets, but we didn't get in until 9:15, 9:30. It's because they were backed up. It cost about $45 to get in. It is kind of expensive, but you also have to think it's a high quality attraction. That's why they're charging a lot of money. Parking is free. But yeah, it was just an okay experience. I went with some friends. I went with B-Man and Sean. Sean, this was his first haunted attraction in years. That guy was screaming during the whole thing. I do have to spoil this one part. Near near the end of the outdoor part of the attraction, all the scare actors in that area ganged up on him and scared him. It was hilarious to watch. He was scared, but he still had a good time. So you know what that means. If he can handle that, he can handle screamers and we'll be doing that in 2 weeks' time. Look for a video dropping in a couple weeks. Also, tomorrow night, because I'm filming this video on a Saturday, I'm going to Fear Farm, Canada, with DJ Danzo. So look for that review, maybe dropping this Wednesday or Thursday. I can't wait to do that because at Fear Farm they have a haunted hayride, and that's something that you rarely see, and I can't wait for that. So yeah, so Bingemans this year, I'd probably give it about a 3 out of 5. It was not as good as last year, but it was still okay. All right, guys, have a great rest of your weekend. Happy Thanksgiving. This video will drop on Thanksgiving Monday, so happy Thanksgiving. Peace.